A bed for the night in New Plymouth after the R.E.M gig. We drove to New Plymouth to see R.E.M. It rained the whole way and we had no accommodation booked. We thought we'd just find something when we got there, but everyone else had a similar plan or had already planned. So we drove around the town trying to work out what to do. Suddenly our backup plans of sleeping in the car or driving all the way back straight after the show didn't seem so good. We stopped in at a bed and breakfast a few kilometres out of town, one last hope. The woman was welcoming but told us she was full. She made us a cup of tea and started ringing around a few places for us. No luck, but after a brief chat she decided they would probably have room for us after all, since a couple from Auckland hadn't confirmed their booking. With a taste of relief, we hit the town for a bit, got a feed, started to feel like we wanted to see a show. And just as well, because the gig was good. Bright Eyes played a blinder of an opening set, and the best was yet to come in the form of a near greatest hits show for one of the best and most consistent bands of the last 30-odd years. It was full stadium anthem energies and all the songs you could want at that time, a victory lap of sorts, their farewell to the world. It rained for most of it, and that only served to heighten the mood. People leaping into the duck pond, the bass player spontaneously singing Creedence Clearwater Revival's Have You Ever Seen the Rain, and Michael Stipe telling us that he didn't normally sing Night Swimming all that often, but that it had to be done on this night, and he did, and it was so good. We were soaked, so was anyone there, plastic poncho or not, and it was cold, even though it was March, so we were looking forward to getting to our bed for the night, and how lucky we had been finally able to get one. A quick drive back to the place and we were greeted at the door even after 11 p.m. by the homeowner in her nightie. She tells us there was a slight issue and the Aucklanders turned up pissed about an hour before the gig, and so our bags were out and we had a new room for the night. Our gear was there to meet us. We walked into the room and I was so tired my eyes were closed before my head hit the pillow. I only noticed that the bed was lumpy when I woke up far too early, unsure of my surroundings and worried that I was intruding. What was kicking in, I think, was Katie's sleepless night and how she'd tried to warn me before I hit the hay so hard that we were actually in the master bedroom, that the elderly couple that owned the place had stayed up to let us in because they had given us their bedroom and they were going to sleep on a mattress in the lounge. It wasn't that the story was boring, it was just that I needed to sleep from the drive and the wind and the rain and the gig, and so I guess I was sorry for snoring, but I wasn't sorry for taking the bed. It was given to us, and we'd paid for the loan. But I did try to sneak our gear out to the car to make an escape early to avoid any awkwardness. This resulted in me being stopped in the driveway, reminded that there was a breakfast we'd paid for, and I quickly said that I was just turning the car around so we could get away when we did, and that otherwise I was really looking forward to the feed. The breakfast was lumpier than the bed, and the conversation was barely there at all. But the couple was a couple of $100 better off, a win-win I would say, and the concert was not only brilliant, it was memorable.